It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Next on Madden Football.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. So glad y'all could join us for this game. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for it, and we're expecting quite a bit of offensive gamesmanship, partner. Some veteran savvy out there. Both of our starting quarterbacks have spent quite a long time in this league, and they've got plenty of experience to show for it.
Yeah, I like the way you say that right there. Gamesmanship and veteran savvy. Father Time, he chases down these skill guys. It's a game that's getting younger and younger, right? Because, well, it's hard to be as fast as you've been when you were a rookie. But as a quarterback, you've got to use your years of experience. Both these guys have to play this game from the neck up and still play it at a high level.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, going strong well over a decade now after entering the league as a first-rounder out of Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Into the hands of Tillman, complete. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Finds a man, Deontay Johnson has it. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Caught near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
A throw left side finds Johnson. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down, here's Russ. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Oh, stiff arm. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Wilson now, 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're now set for 1st and 10. On play action now, Wilson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Russ now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. He'll get this to Tillman. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Gray now on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Ross off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 3rd and short.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 2. Taken in by Bellinger. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap for Wilson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They have 3rd down and 8. Here's Wilson. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Micah McFadden able to make the play. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, ball at the 36. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
3rd and long for him here. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bajorquez, to handle it. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it'll be Giants football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Russ setting to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
New set of downs for him at the 38. From the gun, it's Tracy. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The former 1st-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They put a receiver in motion right. They go right back to Tracy. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Here's Tracy once more. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13.
The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Got a man. It's Njoku. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
All set up now for 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Catch made left side by Judy. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Slot man motioned over. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Browns driving ahead. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Gray now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants about to get to work on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now here's Russ. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. This is ahead for about 5. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage, or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
From the 29. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Russ now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First down, here's Russ. Gets this to Johnson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing again, here's Wilson. He finds Johnson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Bronk, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They're set up at the 35 now. Wilson with it on 1st. Connects with Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. He's got Bellinger. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Sticking in the air with Wilson. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Russ is cooking again. A throw left side finds Johnson.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Once more, it's Wilson. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running him out for some PATs.
All right, right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Pass play now. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw here on 1st down. He'll get this to Tillman. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Here's 2nd and 5. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Micah McFadden able to make the play. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Judy there to grab it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns lead by 15 now. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll go left side with Tracy. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Now it's a bootleg for him. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. First and 10 from the 41. A handoff to Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 44. Five men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Here's Wilson to the air. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Fourth down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a first down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he stopped after getting this down to about the 44. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Russ now from the gun. Gets this to Slayton. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Slot man in motion right. First down, here's Russ. Connects with Slayton. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Coming left is Tracy. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York! As they trim the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now a point after to bring it back within 1 score. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one complete to Njoku. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, ball at the 36. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Option give here. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw it. He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. They need just the right call here on 4th down. Here's the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Man, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Back to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Neighbors with a catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from New York.